Okay, so stream should be running live very shortly, if it's not running already. Okay folks, so I'm going to run some more Cold War, seeing as how it's doing moderately well right now. And I'm going to have myself on station here for about an hour or two. We'll see how this goes. And let's get our campaign loaded up here. I'll be running a Russian campaign, as always. I'm going to continue on. You'll remember in the last episode we lost our Charlie 1, and I have a rule that basically says once I've lost a ship, don't sail it again until the end of the campaign. We're running out of ships though, so we're on to the Echo 1 class for this 1968. This is an old SSGN. And one of its unique characteristics, although I don't know if it's modelled in Cold Wars, is that it wouldn't actually be able to fire its guided missiles below the surface. So you'd actually have to surface to fire. Now this is the continuation of the previous campaign, and the orders are still cut for us to go to Holy Lock and engage convoys. If this mission doesn't clean, I will reset it. And hey, Jake Bullet, welcome. Have a good one, man. So we're going to cast off in our Echo 1. And we're fully loaded for bear. Let's see how it goes. But first, I need to get properly attired. You can't sail a Soviet submarine with a proper hat. Right, so we're off to Holy Lock again to patrol in our Echo 1. Hopefully that guy at Route C there, I'm pointing at my monitor, you can't see that, is going to be my my incoming convoy. So we're just going to start powering on through. This guy is means to do us mischief, he's powering on up. Okay, so here's where we get to evaluate the Echo 1. This may be a really short episode. Right, silent mode. No problem, Manuel. I had a funny feeling that you weren't going to get the notification in time. I've been running active for about 2 or 3 minutes before I put that message up. Right, so these are good up to 985 feet. Oh my god. Ah, Jake, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Nothing worse than when your computer lets go. Alright, well, we're only good up to 900 feet. So we'll just go down 850 feet for now, get as much depth as possible. I hope the damage isn't too severe for you, Jack, and Jake rather, and that you'll be able to get yourself back up and running, because that's honestly, that sucks, man. I hate that stuff. Oh, pinging me. Well, we know which way they're heading. Wire guided. Yes, sir. That's what I want. I should have carried more of those than the 65s. That was dumb. You know what? I know that these cutaways make it really, really noisy, and really, really bad for like acoustic signatures and stuff like that, but I think it's really, really cool. Ooh, let's not click Discord by accident. Now, what's the story on this guy here? So apparently we're good for the Shadok land attack cruise missile. I have the shipborne variant apparently. Chris, I'll take that. I'll take both of them. I think they're both pretty ugly. Jake it is indeed, but I've used the Papa class and I've used the Charlie 1 class. And this is 1968, so challenge mode accepted, I guess. I'm really not liking all these pings. This thing has utterly. Oh, I've got 2 pings, that's why. Great. Chris, you're always welcome to, man. Give it a go whenever you're set. The campaign is not any harder really than the single missions, because you basically just all you have to do is learn to sail around instead. Hold down left mouse button for fast travel and the right button to creep. Depending on how. You're not holding any contacts. The noise is it's very noisy out there. That's half the problem. I can see why they're resorting to that as well. Tell you what I'm going to do though. I'm going to split a set 65 right down the bearing of this. See if I can get them to move their ass a bit. Okay, so oh man, Jake, if depending on how long it's been since you played it, you will not even recognize it. Honestly, I now have order controls here, depth controls here. I can use the mast and everything. This button, I can just press this button for the decoys. You've got physical buttons to collect for wire control and stuff like that. Of course, your keyboard shortcuts still work. So there's honestly quite a few improvements. Uh, this is me sailing an Echo 1 class, which is obviously a mod. So I'm using a mod that allows me to use the Russian stuff. It's pretty cool. There is a Russian campaign. Jake, he didn't, but at the same time, I have to agree with a lot of what he said initially. But to be fair, Killerfish games have changed things a lot. I feel that both me and Cobra were expecting a replacement for Dangerous Wars, and that's not what this is all about. But it's a nice compliment. It's a good alternative, you know. And personally, I do feel that if he'd been able to give it a chance, he probably would have enjoyed it a bit more. You'll notice that that set65 is doing something alright. Oh, it's on a snake pattern, that's right. I think it needs some tweak. I think it still needs a lot of things to be done yet. It needs to have a multiplayer campaign. It needs to have a proper Soviet campaign rather than the modded version. It needs to have controllable surface vessels, and maritime patrol aircraft would be awesome too. But it's not a deal breaker if they decide not to bother. Uh, Chris, that's true. They are working on their game engine. They have been for about 3 years, so take it with a pinch of salt. If Dangerous Waters 2 or whatever they decide to comes out and it is as realistic as Dangerous Wars, then to be perfectly honest with you, that's amazing, and I will love that. That will be awesome. Until then, we just have to get as many people buying and playing Dangerous Waters and make sure get it working. Hopefully they can patch in some decent freaking support. Yes, Chris, I saw them too. They're on the Sonalist's Facebook page. I saw them courtesy of FPS Chasley's video. It looks promising, but very much want to reserve my judgment. There's the difference between working on an engine and working on an actual system. All right, time for Yankee search. They know where I am anyway. I've got nothing to lose sweeping like this. What I will need to do is just cut my track IR actually, because track IR listens to the same buttons that's the function keys for Cold Wars, and I can't do. Yeah, they're loud as anything now, aren't they? What am I fighting against? Crap. Am I sending torpedoes at surface ships? I am as well. Nuts. Alright, let's get up to PD. Weapons. Repair Shadok. SSN3. Does anything here talk about the Shadok missile system? Nope. Well, shit. I'm going to come up to periscope depth first of all and clear my periscope depth. If it allows me to launch from there, I'll use it until I know otherwise. If it doesn't let me use it and it makes me surface, then surface the boat, fire all my tubes, because I will not be using them ever again. Unless I can get maximum standoff distance. I mean, they know where I am, so I've got nothing to lose now. Got the springtime? Yeah. Which is good, because I'm an aircraft carrier. Okay. Up PD. Another at Garcia. Okay. Okay, here we go. Wow, they're like totally going hell for leather to make sure they don't actually do anything wiser. Wow, I actually have to surface. That's crazy. Well, shit, get the radar on. Fuck it. If I'm going up, I might as well go up. Give me some accurate estimates. Thank you, Jake, and good luck with yourself. Hopefully hopefully you'll be up and running in no time. All right. I actually have to fire these things surface. That is nuts. Come on, all up, all rise on the planes. There we go. That's freaking cool. Yes, I know they're shooting at me. Alright, crash dive. Wow, they really hate me, don't they? Alright, that's good enough. Come torpedoes. Time to boogie. That was nuts. Yeah, ultra quiet. We're not going to be rigging nothing for ultra quiet. I need to keep myself from flooding. Right, time to run the exact opposite direction. I've sunk a Garcia and springtime you'll have to suspend your disbelief because we don't have Russian surface vessels in in-game models, so or sorry, we don't have American Garcia classes. So what they're doing is they're saying this is a Garcia and you'll just have to squint really hard. It's actually a Udaloy, but that's because we don't actually have American surface group assets. So it's a Garcia in name and capability, but it's not a Garcia in terms of the physical model limitations of the current mod. When they have NATO surface vessel assets, then we'll be alright. Joy. Okay. Oh, Jesus. I don't even know if I'll be able to go fast enough to get a knuckle formed. Very well. Right, give me a good dive. It's not able to track me, it's lost me. Yeah. Push faster, guys. Remember, this thing can only dive a maximum of 950 feet. NATO weapons. Well, it uses NATO weapons, but Soviet models once again, unless the model's already in the game. So if you have a Garcia class submarine firing uh, sub-rocks, then that's allowed. But if the Western sub-rock equivalent doesn't exist, then it's just going to have to look like a Russian one. However, the performance supposedly compared is as close to what the modders can do. So, hats off to them for making the game do what it's told. True. So I would hope that Garcia has had its ASRock capabilities nerfed. But once again, this is limitations of the current game engine, given that we don't actually have NATO surface fleets. I've been attacking an early Essex class carrier, which looks suspiciously like a Kuznetsov. Okay, well, apparently my torpedo beats are on point this afternoon. Let's get back up to periscope depth and resume our engagement. Because they are still pinging, which means they're still out there. Oh, I can't rig for ultra quiet. I need to control my flooding. I hate flooding because it's pretty much either you manage it through the entire cruise or you immediately return back to base. It's just one of those things. Okay. Let's get contact updates, please. Surface the boat. There's a Garcia, it's probably already started opening fire on me. Right, maximum depth, please. Wow. I can't believe I got away with that. That is some crazy there. Lucky guessing. Oh shit, need to control my depth. Torpedo base, round 2. Okay. Let's set a course northeast. Maintain depth. We will slow ourselves down. So these torpedoes have a chance to actually, you know what, we're going to turn this way so we don't turn into the range of that other torpedo circling. I'm surprised. We're still alive. Holy crap. These guys, not so much. I'm honestly like shocked that I got away with that. Those gunners deserve their swim because they were utterly awful. They could not hit me. Grab a bit more depth. Make sure the flooding is still under control, which it is. Continue our dive. Ah, there's the torpedoes going. Whoop. Still have to deal with aircraft though. We are dipping like crazy. Yeah, big surprise there. Just turn away from that torpedo while it circles around. You see it's in a spiral pattern. It swims down and around in circles. Sadly for him, those torpedoes are going nowhere. They're useless. So I am not going that way. Time to go as far away from everyone as possible. In a ninja-like pattern. Okay. Alright, so catch up through the chat here. So, Springtime I mentioned earlier the Udall had a way better ASRock. Yes, they did, I've already mentioned that. And in my own Discord channel, Figmate was talking about how the Harrier is launching on DCS tomorrow. Yes, it is. Along with supposedly version 2.5 dropping soon. Somehow they're saying the next 2 weeks. But we all know what 2 weeks in flight sim community means. 2 weeks means 2 months, or 2 years, or a binary pair of calendar measurement, but anything longer than a week. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll be pleasantly surprised when it happens, but I'll believe it when it sees. Oh, Killerfish Games, if you're within the sound of my voice, give me a little notification somewhere around here that says you've satisfied all 4 conditions that make you green. You have no aircraft nearby, something like that. One thing I do like about the crash dive button is it seems to me to retract at least the radar mast, possibly the other ones. Now, under normal circumstances, I wouldn't bother with the radar mast, but I figured if I'm going to be presenting myself to the surface, I may as well give myself the most accurate fire control I can give myself for these missiles. So, like if I was at periscope depth, I probably wouldn't bother with the radar because there's still a good chance they won't see me until it's too late. But if I don't have an exact position on them and I'm going to be surfacing to do it, I might as well just throw the radar up. There's no reason not to at that point. Oop. It's me fat fingering the helm keys there. Okay, so we're just waiting to see when. Thank God for that. I'm going to run away from those submarines and try and break contact. I am not dealing with that shit. Am I what? Except he is making sure that I have to deal with him. Chris, no problem, man. Good luck. That is some seriously rubbish depth. I actually have a small island to the to our west. That's bonkers. Big surprise. No layer. Wish there was a way to break contacts. You know what? Let's head over to this island. That's more the way I'm trying to go anyway. Clear the baffles a bit. Right, we're gonna make like a hole in the water for a moment just to give myself the best sonar conditions I can. See if anything shows up. Nothing. Sweep the active sonar out the nose. Clear a few blind spots to the left and right. Nothing shown. This vessel's still nearby, man. It's really annoying too, because I can't detect them and I can't fight them. Why am I still here?
Just let the current carry me this way. With the theory being that I'm basically silent, nobody can see me.
Is this thing has gone by us now? Nope. Let's put the active on. See if we can get it to show up in front of us. Failing that. I've no idea if MG74s were a thing that Echoes could carry in 1968, if this is a bug. I'm going to assume that it probably is a bug, but I would very much like to not hear active sonar, and I would also very much like to not deal with invisible vessels nearby. Oh, these decoys aren't wire guided. That's interesting. So that decoy is just gonna sail on by. Hopefully people will think to activate or lock onto that. Well, have we tempted this guy out? Beginning classification on contact Sierra 1. And it's a dolphin class. Big surprise. Put him on my bearing. Thanks, dog. being stupids. There we go. Oh no you don't. Get your ass back on there. Let's get a lead pursuit going on. That's it, you sail right on into it, mate. Let's pump it right, let's pop this one right in the bridge. Well, wonder if this is the guy here. .309. Right. Let's get some classification going on this sucker. Quite a fair bit of chop in the wood in here. Okay. They're not going to show their face. Time for me to show mine. Alright, radar is working. You are getting a few You're getting a little bit of a missile in the face. Oh, shit. They busted us. Well, I busted them back. As the weapons stop flying around, I'll be good. Don't be stupid. Oh, thank God he's turning away. Fast diver, Alex. Alright, well, I think after this engagement is broken, I will be bailing out of here, man. That was pretty crazy. Dueling with a Charles Adams is not a smart course of action by any stretch of the imagination. Once this torp explodes, then I should have a clear. Okay. I think what we will do is we'll call this a saved game. And we will leave our Echo 1 in the North Atlantic Ocean, trying to find this convoy one more time. Now, if at the end of the next episode I don't have the orders changed, I'll be restarting the campaign. Um, but I'll continue with the idea that I won't be using the Papa or the Charlie, and I'll resume the Echo 1. Because I'm beginning to wonder if we now have a glitched campaign that for some reason just does not move on to the next order. If that's the case, I would never be able to end this order. I don't mind all the random encounters, but I'd like to have a new mission that doesn't involve me going to Holy Lock again and again and again. That being said, I will see you all sometime after now. Thanks for viewing. Catch you later.